Call the meeting into order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening. First, we'll move to approval of the minutes of the meeting held April 12th, 2021. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Those are approved. We have nobody signed up for the non-agenda items. We have one person wishing to address the board on agenda items. Shannon Graber, please. Please state you just can come up to the mic, Shannon, and state your name and address, and then you have 5 minutes. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Shannon Graber, 1720 East Edgewood Road. And it's on behalf of the Spanish Immersion Pioneer parents and students that I want to thank the Sioux Falls School District for your bold choice in 2008 to begin the Immersion program. You gave our children the gift of bilingualism, something many of us parents could not have done. We, the parents, took the risk. You, the district, took the challenge. And these students, they took the plunge. Literally a plunge immersed into the linguistic bath of Spanish. We feel confident that these bilingual students will serve well the community in which they live and will have a powerful impact on their world. They will use their skills in the Spanish language, in problem solving, in their appreciation and understanding of diverse cultures, and really so much more. It has been a wonderful journey. So I'd like to congratulate both the district for graduating the first ever South Dakota class of Spanish Immersion, and of course to the seniors themselves. So they would say felicitaciones, which means congratulations. So thank you, Sioux Falls School District, for your past commitment and for your future dedication to not only the Spanish Immersion program, but to dual immersion and to all second language learners, and really all learners. Being bilingual is a gift to cherish for a lifetime. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Moving on to approval of the agenda, do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. That carries. Now to the good news report. Thank you, Carly.
Good evening. We are pleased to have a full room tonight to celebrate some of the top students in the Sioux Falls School District. The National Merit Scholarship Corporation was established in 1955 at a time when the U.S. was competing in the Cold War scientific race. Each year since then, the National Merit Scholarship Corporation considers 1.5 million of the most academically talented students and selects 15,000 of them as National Merit finalists. The selection denotes each student's potential for academic greatness. We are very proud to announce that 13 of those students named as finalists attend Sioux Falls Public Schools. Just before tonight's board meeting, we held a reception in honor of those students and their parents here at the Instructional Planning Center. And tonight, we honor them for their accomplishments. So students, when I say your name, please stand at your place and remain standing until all students are announced. Then we, the audience, can congratulate you with one round of applause. So from Lincoln High School, we have Avery Blackman, Sarah Krogan, Eden Hodgkins, Troyan Loken, Molly Wetch, Ethan Yu, and from Roosevelt, we have Paige Aberson, Shristi Kumari, Gabriel Lima, Jessica Vikorov, Heidi Vorthrums, and from Washington, we have Catherine Liu and Riley Nold. So let's give them one big round of applause. Thank you. You guys may be seated. So congratulations to you all. Thank you so much for representing the Sioux Falls Public Schools so positively. We wish you the best as you continue your academic pursuits, and we hope you will consider Sioux Falls and all that it offers to you when you begin your careers. And one thing further, we want to congratulate 2 of the young men joining us tonight and another young woman for being named semifinalists for the U.S. Presidential Scholars Program. Riley Nold of Washington, if you want to stand again, and Ethan Yu of Lincoln, along with Elizabeth Jerstad of Lincoln. We're just notified that 3 of them are one of 6 students in South Dakota to be named semifinalists. This is a significant accomplishment that speaks volumes about the students' educational commitment and abilities, as well as about the curriculum and the instruction they have been exposed to through the Sioux Falls School District. So we'll give them one more round of applause. Congratulations, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Carly. I just would like to thank the students and their families for being here. There's been a lot of sacrifice and commitment to get to this day. Taking this test as a junior is just one facet of it. I know that you had to also do an application, but all the class prep and all that over the years. So thank you to you for being shiny stars for our district, and thank you to your families for supporting you and giving you a great foundation to go forth and hopefully you enjoy college or whatever you're doing, and then maybe come back to Sioux Falls sometime and even work in the district if you would like to. So we'd love to have you back here. So thank you. We'll now move on to conflicts of interest. And if you'd all like to leave, you do not have to stay for our meeting. Thank you. You bet, thank you. We'll move on to conflicts of interest. There were none presented, so we'll move on to approval of the consent agenda, items 9A through H. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Those are approved. On to the supplemental consent agenda. Items 10A, 1, 2, and 3, claims to Sanford Health. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. That carries with one abstention from Board Member Ryder. Now to 10B, claims to Avera McKinnon. All those, do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. That carries as well with one abstention from Board Member Parker. Now to the reports of the superintendent. The World Language Immersion Report, please.
Good afternoon, board members. My name is Kirk Zeek, Director of Federal Programs and World Language, and I'm here to present the World Language Immersion Board Report. The purpose of this report is to provide the school board with an overview of the World Language Immersion programs. A World Language Instruction Study was established in 2006. A broad-based committee of 28 members met to explore the research related to second language acquisition. Ultimately, the committee recommended a model of instruction for language immersion, and in February 2007, the school board approved the timeline leading to the implementation of a global studies world language specialized elementary school. That's a mouthful. Since then, language immersion has continued to evolve. The committee established the following reasons supporting second language acquisition. Knowing a second language improves overall school performance. Communication skills are improved. The global economy is changing. Knowing a second language provides an advantage in the workforce, and younger children absorb language more quickly. Since inception, the program has continued to evolve, displayed as a timeline of major milestones. For instance, in 2006, a planning committee was developed, and in 2008, one kindergarten class started at Rosa Parks Elementary. In 2012, that expanded to Robert Frost. In 2014, the first class began at middle school, and in 2016, we built a brand new building, Sonia Sotomayor, for the full Spanish immersion program. In 2017, our Spanish immersion students entered high school, and in 2019, two-way immersion began at Rosa Parks and Hayward Elementary, including heritage speakers at Edison Middle School, and we had already grown to over 1,100 students. And in 2021, this year, we'll have our first class of proud Spanish immersion students graduating. The mission of the Sioux Falls School District Spanish Immersion Program is to successfully educate each student while developing biliteracy and fostering global competency in an ever-changing world. The immersion programs are supported by 3 pillars of dual language education: bilingualism and biliteracy, high academic achievement, and social cultural competence. Bilingualism is speaking fluently in 2 languages, whereas biliteracy is reading and writing proficiently in 2 languages. High academic achievement relates to expectations we hold for students to meet or exceed their grade level standards in English and Spanish. Social cultural competence involves the ability to use specific information about a nation or region in order to achieve mutual understanding with individuals from that culture. Here's a slide differentiating between the 3 instruction models of immersion: full immersion, full language immersion, two-way immersion, and biliteracy for Spanish heritage speakers. Before I explain these programs, let me draw your attention to L1 English and L1 Spanish. L1 refers to someone's primary language, the language learned first since birth. L2 refers to a person's secondary language. The two-way immersion program at Rosa Parks and Hayward Elementary Schools is a model for teaching foreign language where 2 languages are studied simultaneously, thus differing from total immersion models where the foreign language is the only language used at school, such as Sonia Sotomayor. The goal for students in two-way immersion is bilingualism and biliteracy in both Spanish and English for Spanish-speaking and English-speaking students. Two-way immersion is a distinctive form of immersion education in which balanced numbers of native English and native Spanish speakers learn to read, write, speak, and listen in both languages. All academic content is delivered equally across the 2 languages throughout the school day. Spanish language immersion at Sonia Sotomayor allows English proficient students to become bilingual and biliterate in Spanish. Students whose first language is other than English must demonstrate proficiency in English prior to enrollment in the Spanish immersion program at Sonia Sotomayor. Students in this program receive classroom instruction in Spanish beginning in kindergarten. Students develop language proficiency through exposure to and practice with the Spanish language. English language arts is introduced in 3rd grade and continues on to 5th grade. Spanish immersion students continue their immersion experience at Edison Middle School and then to Lincoln High School. The Spanish Heritage Language Program is designed to support Spanish-speaking, native Spanish-speaking students who have some proficiency in or cultural connection to the Spanish language. Heritage language learners have widely diverse oral and literacy levels of language proficiency, as well as connections to their language and culture. These students are much different than English-speaking students studying Spanish as a foreign language. This slide demonstrates the progression of our 3 instructional models up through middle and high school. Again, 3 instructional models with the same 3 goals: bilingualism and biliteracy, high academic achievement, and social cultural competence. Listed are course offerings at middle school, at Edison Middle School: Spanish language arts, Spanish science, and Spanish social studies. And our course offerings at high school, you have a half a credit classes that are taught for a semester, while 1 credit classes extend through the entire school year. Of note is the Spanish Immersion Capstone, where students can earn 3 college credits per semester. We will hear an overview of two of these capstone projects in just a few minutes. The Sioux Falls School District employs Spanish-speaking teaching staff from the United States as well as countries around the world, which include Argentina, Chile, Colombia, Honduras, Mexico, Peru, Puerto Rico, Spain, the United States, and Venezuela. The blend of native and non-native Spanish-speaking staff provides students with high-quality foreign language instruction. Additionally, native Spanish-speaking teachers not only provide Spanish language instruction, they also share their rich culture, customs, and traditions, and for that, we are very grateful. An instructional coach was added in July of 2018 with support for K-12 Spanish immersion teachers. A second coach was recently added and will begin in the fall of 2021. One coach will support the elementary, the other coach will support middle and high school staff. Interns from around the world work with teachers to help students learn proper dialects and how to communicate with each other through speaking, reading, and writing. The interns provide teachers with support, allowing increased student-teacher contact time. Each intern has an educational background and is thoroughly vetted through Amity International and the Sioux Falls School District Sioux Falls Public Schools Human Resources Department. Interns are made possible through generous funding from the Parent Advocates for Spanish Immersion organization, otherwise known as PASI. The annual expense to host each intern is approximately $5,000, and interns live with host families in the area while they work in our programs. PASI's goals help supplement the immersion programs. Their goals include to fund interns who enhance the language and cultural experience in the classrooms and in the community, and they donate money through grants for teacher development and resources in classrooms and libraries. The Sioux Falls School District partnered with the Global Seal of Biliteracy in 2019 to provide a credential that celebrates language skills and can be used as proof for employers, academic institution, and scholarship selection criteria. Students qualify for a functional or working fluency seal by earning a minimum specified level on either the Advanced Placement, AP, exam or Advanced Standards-Based Measurement of Proficiency Language exam, otherwise known as the STAMP. The AP and STAMP are administered each spring to measure students' proficiency, reading, writing, listening, and speaking. And there's some information about the STAMP scores and the AP scores. The Sioux Falls School District continues to monitor student language progression through a variety of assessments, integrated performance assessments, otherwise known as IPAs, in the elementary grades determine students' advancement through their language proficiency. This type of assessment provides teachers with formative data about how students are acquiring the Spanish language. The STAMP SC, STAMP 4S, and Spanish Advanced Placement tests not only provide students with recognition for their achievements with the Global Seal of Biliteracy, but also help teachers and administrators make informed decisions when developing specific language targets. The immersion programs have experienced a tremendous evolution since 2006, from a single school with one classroom of 25 students to 5 schools with over 1,100 students. We are very proud of our cohort of trailblazing student graduates this year. And now, for the moment you've probably all been waiting for. Elizabeth and Grant, 2 graduating seniors who have spent their entire educational career, all 13 years, in the Spanish Immersion program. They will provide you with a perspective of their immersion experiences as well as an overview of their capstone projects. Please welcome Elizabeth and Grant.
Thank you, Kurt.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth Jurstad, and I am a senior at Lincoln High School, and I will be attending Stanford University in the fall. Last March, when the district shut down in-person learning, I realized that elementary students would have to go twice as long without exposure to Spanish as they would have in a regular year. Because of this, I emailed Dr. Veek, the principal of Sonia Sotomayor, and asked if she knew of any students who might benefit from Spanish mentoring Zoom sessions. When she sent back a list of nearly 80 students, I knew I had to form a team of Spanish immersion peer mentors to help me. I recruited 13 students from Lincoln to lead and facilitate Zoom calls in Spanish for the duration of the summer in hopes of supporting young Spanish speakers in their time of need. I also personally hosted several Zoom calls each week. With this foundation in place, when I came back to school this September, I decided to dedicate my senior year capstone project to strengthening my Spanish peer mentorship program, which I have named Spanish Immersion Connect, SIC. I now have over 30 high school students mentors signed up for the program, and we are getting ready for a busy summer of Zoom calls. I have dedicated the majority of my service hours this year for the project, organizing mentor meetings at Lincoln and creating a unique curriculum for each grade from incoming first graders to incoming fifth graders based on suggestions from teachers at Sonia Sotomayor. I am so excited to see where this program will go in the future, and if you are the parent of a immersion student or a dual immersion student listening tonight who's interested in this free program, please contact Dr. Beek at Sonia Sotomayor. Thank you so much, and gracias a todos.
Hello, I'm Grant. I will be attending Bethel University in the fall, and for my capstone project, I took the route of writing an essay. So I am a big fan of baseball, and I wanted to know why there are so many Hispanics and Latino Americanos in the MLB. So with that, I decided to write an essay on la globalización de la MLB en la República Dominicana y Venezuela, which is the globalization of Major League Baseball in the Dominican Republic and Venezuela. So for the past months, I have been writing a 17-page essay explaining the effect of the economy in these countries, the social effect and cultural effect that the United States has played in changing these countries. For the capstone, we meet every day and work on our projects, and once a week, Dr. Turner from USD Zooms in with us and gives us feedback and information on our Spanish and how we can improve. What I really like about this project is we can work on something we want to. We get to pick our topic, but we also are integrating our Spanish within that, learning new phrases, new topics, and new ways to understand the language. What I also really like about the Spanish immersion program is that it has created a new family for us, especially the first graduating class. We are extremely tight. We know a lot about each other, and it's truly, truly a blessing. Also, I'm grateful to be bilingual because as I plan on majoring in nursing, I can use that in my work with hopefully immigrants or people who need to speak Spanish in the hospitals and workplace. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Grant. Thank you, Elizabeth.
I ask the board to acknowledge the World Language Immersion Report, and I stand by for questions and comments.
Move to acknowledge.
Second.
Thank you. I have a motion and a second. Any comments or questions?
I'm excited because I have kids who are in the Spanish immersion program too, and so I love to see this first class and how much they have really achieved. They had new instructors every year. They, had to be very flexible. The parents are amazing. They've really done a great job of ushering in all of the younger families and trying to show them the ropes. And so it's really been a family affair, more so than just the 25 kids that started. And so I'm excited for, I think when we were in middle school, we started talking about the global seal and all these different things. And it's just exciting to me that the district was able to work really hard to get many of those things in place to reward that first class who worked really hard, and that you guys be able to participate in that as well. So I know that the students will go on to do great things. And Grant, as a nurse, I can tell you your Spanish will be very, very helpful. I don't know of a career that it wouldn't be helpful in. And so I just think that's amazing in the world that we live in, whether it's our community or others. The way that you'll be able to connect with other people will be wonderfully helpful. So very, very proud of you guys, and congratulations.
And I just would like to add that the school board, I think Kate was probably on the board maybe when this was approved. And not 08. So
I'll talk when you're ready.
Oh yeah, but it's close, 12, but not 13 years ago. But the foresight that the school board and the district had at that time to approve this, and I distinctly remember meeting Shannon Graber at swim lessons and her talking about this. And I just want to give you an acknowledgement, Shannon, because I know you were a driving force from the community to really get this installed in the Sioux Falls School District. So thank you so much for all your work and effort on this. the seal of biliteracy is also not just for our Spanish students. I do know that our other world language students who qualify also get that award, so I think that just shows that it not just helped our Spanish students, it's helping all of our world language students in our district, so it's a great feather in their cap to show that for them when they go on to college and so forth. So, and with the boundaries, we all saw the need, how big this program has become, and the need that the long-term planning needs to continue on with it so that we can make sure it continues to be successful. So thank you very much, and good luck to all of you. Is there a third student also from the programs?
Mr. Schramm is also with us as a guest star.
Thank you very much. Well, congratulations to you as well. Any other comments or questions?
No, I, having been elected in 2009, I still remember, I think it was that first year, Elizabeth, it might have even been you, I'm sure it was, but there was a group that came in and just gave us their, kindergarten or first grade, and it was just amazing to see the progress that you had made even in just 1 year. So it's just amazing to see this program grow from that infancy to where it is today. And it's not even just the Spanish immersion program, but it's our dual immersion. I mean, it started with Spanish immersion, and we've been able to grow and expand this program to benefit so many more students throughout the school district, which I think is wonderful. So kudos to you guys. Congratulations on our first graduating class, and just exciting to see where this goes in the future.
Seeing no other questions or comments, I have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. That is acknowledged. On to the third quarter budget. They're leaving, Todd. See you guys.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, since we're taking a stroll down memory lane, I remember that same meeting that Member Parker was talking about. And what stuck out for me was when the kindergarten Spanish immersion teacher came up here to speak to the board, and she spoke in English. The gasp from the students, they didn't realize she could speak English.
I remember that.
Well, that's my report for tonight. So we have the third quarter report in your board materials. We just had on March 31st and April 7th a work session where we kind of went through the 5-year plan, and we looked at where we were going to be at the end of the year. And because of the roughly $12 million from the state plus the one-time money, we were projecting a $10 million plot to the good. We usually don't come into the good in the general fund. It's usually we spend into the fund balance a little bit. Now, part of that's a capital outlay transfer. So we might leave that money in the capital outlay fund and just set it aside as a further transfer down the road, because there is a 60+ million in federal COVID money over the next 4 years. So maybe we hold that money back in the capital outlay fund. We'll figure that out when we get closer, and then when we do the supplemental budget for this year anyway, with the capital outlay or the ESSER dollars that we haven't put into the budget yet, and then when we also then do the ESSER dollars for next year, which we hadn't loaded into next year's budget yet either, when we do that in July. So the third quarter budget's in front of you. SPED looks like it's going to come in okay as well. The capital outlay fund, we'll have to do a supplemental budget there. We bought a lot of computer equipment and other type of equipment. We'll have to get loaded into the budget as well. So everything should be good this year. It's the issue is building in some of these ongoing expenses into the future year. So I would just ask, I'd stand by for questions, but I'd ask that you just acknowledge the third quarter report. Thank you.
Any questions for Todd B? Seeing none, do I have a motion to acknowledge the report on the third quarter financials?
So moved.
Second.
A motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. That is acknowledged. Thank you very much, Todd. Anything else for the good reminder of the election? May 18th, May 3rd is the deadline for voter registration, as well as the first date you can early vote here at IPC. I think May 12th is the Chamber and League of Women Voters.
That's here.
And that's here, the debate. So you can hear all the candidates. So other than that, enjoy the nice weather. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
A motion second. All those in favor of adjournment signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposing sign. We are adjourned. Thank you.